I am Vinnie Tortorich, folks. Your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed, just like the beautiful Miss Anna Vocino. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'd help you get them back.
Yeah. Yeah. They love that, Anna, when I do that. Exactly. No one loves that.
Who's they?
Yeah. The people.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 1973.
Why?
Mr. Jim Croce.
Who also, he also died young, I found out. I didn't realize that about him.
He died in a plane crash.
Super young.
Yeah. Great singer-songwriter.
Absolutely.
Poetry.
Super sad song.
Yeah.
Way to start the show.
Well, it's what we were talking
Is somebody
about.
feeling reflective?
A little melancholy?
A little melancholy, a bit crestfallen?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know what we were talking
I understand.
about, right?
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
All right.
Let's just talk in circles for a little while so no one understands what we're saying.
Yeah, here we go.
That's our favorite thing to do.
Anna,
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what I'm getting ready to do. I'm just going to do it. Here we go. You ready?
I hope is what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
Oh, I thought you were playing Shania.
No.
Let's go, girls.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, hi.
Hey, Anna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful.
I heard y'all had a real nice visit.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. And it was exactly 1 week ago.
By the way, folks, if you're brand new to this show and you're trying to figure out the other voice, she is I think she's the #1 most requested guest on this show.
And on the national internet. According to Brent Budgar. My mother, Marie Tortorich. Yeah. Yeah, there she is. Yeah. All right. So, Ma, I was home for a couple of days last week.
Right.
You want to tell everybody why I was home?
Well, it's so strange that you should be calling me today, because I was going to call you tonight to tell you and that my friend that lives further down the bayou than me, Debbie, who is an avid NSNG person.
Mm-hmm.
She listens to the podcast, and of course she's been eating this way for quite a while.
Yeah.
And she wrote this wonderful, she and I had surgery on the same day.
Really?
Debbie was in Thibodeau having back surgery.
Oh, wait, Ma, you didn't mention her last name, but is it okay to talk about some, you're on the national internet, Ma,
I know. And you see, I didn't mention her last name.
Yeah, there's a lot of Debbies out there. So
that's true.
Yeah. No one names their kid Debbie anymore. You ever notice that? There's no young Debbies.
Well, I don't know about that, but I don't want to, I'm scared to mention her name.
Yeah, don't mention her last name.
I'm not, but I did not teach her. I worked with her sister and I taught her sister. But Debbie and I are very good friends. She had a back fusion in Thibodeau.
Okay.
At the same time that I was having lung surgery in Baton Rouge. And of course, we talked about it before we went in. If I remember correctly, we talked about it the day before our surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a very lengthy surgery. And of course, I think mine, I'm not sure, Vinnie, but I think mine was like 3 hours. Am I right?
No, yours was like two and a half, maybe. But Ma, let's not talk about Debbie. I called to talk about you. So, all right. So I'm going to catch the audience up because they have no idea about your lungs. So mom,
I didn't know either. My ears
Yeah.
perked up when when you just said that just now.
So Anna, I'm going to give you the backstory.
Okay.
Right before Christmas, my mom was having trouble breathing one day.
Oh,
and
that's
so
scary.
she goes to the hospital, and she had fluid on her lungs.
Oh.
And they went in and they drained the fluid, and she was able to breathe very well as soon as they drained the fluid.
Great.
So the big question becomes, why in the hell did fluid just build up on the lung? Now, I'm thinking she's got a pacemaker, something went awry. Who knows what could have, something's going on. Well, Ma, they went in, and that's when they figured out that you had a tumor in there, right?
I have they sent me, they found when I was in the hospital, when they x-rayed my lungs, they found a tumor there. And the hospital referred me to a cancer doctor.
Okay, so all right, I want to move the story along in the interest of time, Ma. So you go to the cancer doctor. Turns out you have you have cancer on your lungs now.
Oh my goodness! Glad they found it, and I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with this.
So wait, hang on, Ma. You're 80, what? 84? 85?
I'm gonna be 84 in June.
Okay. How many cigarettes have you smoked in your life?
0.
Exactly 0. So anyone who's going, oh wait, how long was she smoking to get this lung cancer? Exactly 0 cigarettes. Right? I've never known.
Correct.
Ma, you could probably count the number of times you had a drink. I've never actually. Maybe I've seen you have a glass of wine, maybe once by accident.
I've had wine periodically. I grew up with wine in my house.
Right. Yeah. The old Italians, they have wine, but it never really a drinker of any note. Like you and Dad, hey, it's Friday night, time to tie one on. As a matter of fact, my dad played music all those years, and he would get one mixed drink, and whenever I watch him play, it would sit on top of an amp the whole night until it just sweated away. My parents are, basically not drinkers.
Yeah.
Right. So they're not drinkers, not smokers, nothing. So this lung cancer comes out of nowhere. Now, what did we find out after that? You get to the cancer doctor. So now they got to take it out, right, Ma?
They did a biopsy. And when the biopsy came back, I think they never told me this, but I think they were expecting stage 4 lung cancer. Well, but when the biopsy came back, it came back as a carcinoid tumor, which is a rare form of cancer that grows very, very slowly, like 5 to 10 years. Okay.
Wow.
My first question was, I'm 83. Why are you going to even take this thing out of me? I mean, why don't you just leave it there? And they said, no, it's got to come out. So I agreed to that. And Dr. Catalda, who is from Donaldsonville.
Ma, you don't have to give accolades to doctors. No one's going to call Dr. Catalda.
I know, but I'm proud of him.
So for everyone else, he's a local hero. He, when I was a kid, his mom basically babysat me and my older brother. That kind of family friend. Italian kid makes good type of thing. Okay, now let's get past Dr. Cataldo. He's a good guy.
Dr. Cataldo sends me to a woman doctor named Dr. Cassidy, and she says that, of course, it's got to come out. And of course, they do all the stuff. Now, this is 4 months after I was diagnosed.
Right.
I think if this were a fast growing tumor, I think they would have moved faster. But, they took their time. Dr. Cassidy removed it. My report came back last Friday. Anna, I am totally cancer free.
Wow.
Got it all out.
That's amazing.
But now
Yes.
I did have to have the top lobe of my lung removed. And
Okay.
the reason she removed the entire lobe is because of the location. It had it been higher on the lobe, she would have just removed that piece. But because it was in the middle of the lobe, she removed it. Anna, I promise you, I am waiting for the pain. There was zero pain.
Wow.
I walked, which I couldn't believe. I walked when they brought me from the recovery room. They stopped the bed at the door of my room and told me to get up and walk to the recliner chair that was in the room.
Okay.
I did that.
Okay. Good. Good.
Now, the plan was that Vinnie was going to stay with me in the hospital that night because thinking, I wouldn't have my complete senses. I sent him all home.
Yeah. Sounds like you were doing pretty well.
Oh, I went whoring around, and I went to a strip joint.
Vinnie, drunk. Don't lie. And the next morning I called him and I said, Vin, I think they sending me home. You can come and get me.
Yeah. I went and picked her up. Now, here's the one thing that confused me, Anna. I had my mom tell you that whole story for this one thing. They gave her something to drink. They said, listen, when you wake up tomorrow morning before surgery, we want you to drink this. And I even questioned my mom and said, wait, Ma, they don't want you drinking or eating anything. She said, no, there's a pre-surgery drink. I said, Ma, read the instructions again. Read it out loud to me. Drink this before surgery.
Okay.
Right? Because I said to her, it's like, Ma, listen, I had surgery, when I had to have Guam taken off, I had to go in and they said, did you have any dairy this morning? I said, well, I put a little cream, just a little cream in my coffee, like at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like, whoa, you put cream in coffee. They were freaking out over that, right? They were worried that, how much cream? And then I started lying. It was like, it wasn't even cream. I just thought it was just plain coffee. I just started making up stuff. And it's like, Ma, are you sure you're supposed to drink something? Oh, yeah. It's a pre thing.
Surgery. It's a pre-surgery drink.
I had her read the ingredients, Anna. Okay. By the way, it was a clear liquid, right, Ma?
What was it for?
Was it a clear,
Vinnie,
like water?
No, it was
color?
not. No, it was not a clear liquid. As a matter of fact, it was pretty darn good. It tasted like strawberries.
Yeah, it was sugar. It was straight sugar.
That's the woman who hadn't had sugar in a while.
All right, listen. It was water. Was the first ingredient. It was made by Ensure, the Ensure company. Yes. The first ingredient was water, followed by 3 different forms: dextrose, maltodextrose, more maltodextrose.
Sure.
And then they went into sucralose. And I said, Mom, what? They said, oh, this will help with nausea. It's like, this is the most bullshit product I've ever heard. This is another way that Ensure is getting into people. And of course, my mom is going to follow exactly what a doctor tells her, right? Drink this before surgery. I could not talk her out of this drink. There was no talking my mom out of this drink. Right? So she drank it. Yeah. Strawberry Ensure.
So are you saying that it was the Strawberry Ensure that got her running around after surgery so fast?
Yeah, apparently.
Is this an ad for Strawberry Ensure?
I don't know, but I'm sitting there going, what the hell are they doing? They got Ensure has now figured out a way to go, hey, this is a pre-surgery drink. Drink this sugar water. I mean, Kool-Aid would have been better. I'm pretty sure a Coca-Cola would have been better.
No, Ben, listen, I don't know if I agree with you on this, but
You don't have to agree with me. I'm right.
I know I don't. No, not always.
I'm right this time.
Well, let me just say this. When I go for my visit, which is next week sometime, I'm going to question about that because when I read, you know how I read the ingredients to you.
Right.
But according to what I saw the numbers, it had more sodium in it.
Yeah, but Ma, sodium.
They can give you an IV for that.
Yeah, or you could take one of my ultra salts. You know, one.
I don't know, but I promise you, I'm going to question it because I did number one, I questioned it when they first told me about it.
Anna, can you look it up and see if you can find
here's my question about it. Here's what I don't understand. What I was told, because I just had a surgery back in January, and what they told me was, we don't want you even having a little cream in your coffee. We don't want you having even a sip of water in case you aspirate. So it's more of a lawsuit situation, not that you can't have something on your tummy. So my question is, because they did the same thing to me. They said, because, they were like, what have you had to eat or drink after midnight last night? And I said, I had 1 ounce of water at 4 a.m. And they said, okay. And I said, it was water strained through coffee beans in the form of espresso. And then they said, well, did you put sugar and cream? And I said, no, I did not. I drank it black. And they said, okay. And so that's where they explained to me they don't want anything in case you aspirate. But maybe you were doing something different because it was a lung surgery and I was having a hysterectomy.
Well, I think all three of us don't really know the reason for it. But when I go for my visit, that is the first question I'm going to ask.
Unless they've changed the stance on you're allowed to have some forms of liquid because we'd rather you have some sort of nutrient in your system. I don't know.
All right, so Anna, wait, hang on, Anna. First ingredient, water. Second ingredient, I wasn't kidding about this, corn maltodextrin. Third ingredient, fructose, more sugar. Less than 0.5% of natural flavor. Sodium citrate, citric acid, potassium citrate, sucralose, acetylflame, or I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Ascolflamme.
Yeah, it's that other fake sweetener, potassium zinc sulfate, and sodium selenate. There's nothing. This is a junk product, and she was right. It says strawberry flavor. It's a clear liquid strawberry flavor. This is complete junk.
Well, I will find out because I tell you what, I had zero nausea, which they told me was one of the reasons I was taking that.
Serena, let me tell you something. They put a thing. If I get nauseous from that kind, from surgery too. They could put a thing in the syringe that they put in your arm. They can put a thing in you that takes care of that. I'm telling you, this sugar drink did not stop you from nausea. No way, no how. No way.
I will ask my doctors.
It says right here on the front.
Because I want to know
50
myself.
grams. You ready for this? 50 grams of carbohydrates.
Oh.
That's more than I have all day long.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't have that much either.
Well, you had it that day. I can tell you that.
Well, I know I did. Because
you had more sugar that day than you normally have in 3 days.
And when I started drinking it on the Sunshine Bridge, and I finished drinking it when Michael turned off at Essen Lane.
All right, so she's talking about 20 minutes, Anna. She set it over a 20-minute period.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about right.
But it doesn't matter, Ma. You're healthy.
Yes, that's amazing.
Healthy is Anna. It is amazing. And
it's
look,
fantastic.
I'm doing. I went out this morning already for my morning walk, and then I do 2 more during the day. Fabulous. We're starting to have summer So I have to wait until the sun goes down to, to go out for my last
It gets
walk.
too hot.
And are you still feeling any shortness of breath, or are you back breathing normally?
Let me see. I will have shortness of breath because I have AFib. So now it's going to be hard for me to tell, is it my heart or is it my lung?
Right.
Yeah.
But
they're taking pieces out of her every day. She's got less parts than she started with. Yeah.
Well,
if it's better out than in, sounds like.
Look, yes, I definitely, they did the right thing taking this thing out of me. And I think the most amazing thing was she removed 20 something lymph nodes, and she sent me the report on my chart, and I read it. There was no cancer any place other than in that tumor.
Fabulous news that it didn't spread.
That is, and it, who knows how long it's been there.
Yeah. And on zero cigarettes. That's the amazing, folks.
Well, that's what I wonder. Is it chemical? Is it like, what is it? What did they say it could be? They don't know what it's from, do they?
She lives in Cancer Alley. I mean,
yeah, that's what I remember you talking about that on early podcasts, that there could be some environmental poisoning happening there.
Yeah, I have cancer. My younger brother, well, he's got colitis, and that turned into colon cancer. It just, you live down there, and good luck, right?
Well, I don't know if I mentioned this. I did say that this was a rare form of cancer. The reason it's rare is the tumor was not formed by my cells in my body. The tumor was formed by the hormones in my body.
Well,
and that's what makes it rare.
Well, no matter how you look at it, you had cancer in your lungs, and now it's gone. And
you don't have to do any radiation or chemo or anything. It's all gone.
No, she's all done.
No, that's great.
I'm done. I think I haven't seen Dr. Cataldo yet, but when I see him, I'm sure he's going to want to, scan me from time to time or
sure, yeah.
after me.
Yeah, because he's got kids in school and that kind of thing. So,
just don't take the strawberry and sure before you ask him.
Yeah, just stop. But
no,
Ma, you want
Vinny's going to lose his mind.
You tell that doctor if she wants to be on the podcast and she wants to explain why she's giving people sugar before surgery. I would love to have her explain this product to me.
And Vinny, I think my doctor, Dr. Cassidy, has written books on this surgery.
I would love to have her on the show.
Well, I will tell you, when I go for my visit, I will tell her that.
Yeah.
And tell her why. But I tell you what, she's one very, very busy lady.
I'm sure
but when I
is,
see her, I will tell her.
A lot of busy people come on the show. Anna's
That's
busy.
right.
She shows up every week.
Oh, I'm probably the least busy person that comes on your show.
Apparently. So, Mom, we got to move on because I got to go yell about Ozempic or something here. So
wait, I got to tell you one funny thing, Vinny, and then I'm hanging up.
It better be funny because you already said it was funny. If it's not funny,
that's right. You don't want to.
Yeah.
Under promise and over deliver, Mari.
Yeah. You don't want to say it's going to be funny. You can't sell the joke ahead of time. All right, go on. Let's see if it's funny.
I get a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
And so many of my phone calls start out with, "Hey, Miss Marie, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing fine."
Oh, you mean that's how a phone call goes? Okay, got it. All right. And then what happens?
Listen, I'm calling to ask you, would you like, my husband and I are going to the Beau Rivage this weekend. Would you like to come with us? And I said, of course not. I'm not ready for that. They said, "Oh, that's why we asked. We knew if you'd have said yes, that you were 100%. But if you're saying no, you're not 100%.
Oh, wait, there's the punchline. All
There
right.
it is.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye. Glad,
Love you, darling.
we love you. Glad you're feeling better.
There she goes, man.
Bye-bye.
Crowd favorite right there. Yeah. We love when she comes on.
By the way, audience, I had no idea any of this happened.
No.
So I thought Vinnie was playing Time in a Bottle for completely different reasons.
It was for two reasons, but yeah, that song is on my mind.
Well, I'm glad she's okay. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I thought you were going down for a fish fry. I didn't know it was all this.
No, and yeah, I was more unhealthy than her. I ended up having fish and fried onion rings one night.
Ooh, you're going to set the internet on fire.
Anna, I got to tell you, I woke up later that night. I went to bed and took my boots off, got in the shower. My ankles were already swollen. It's like I'm like sitting there going,
can't do it.
Instant inflammation. Yeah, it's like
Instant.
I'm looking at it already. You know, wow, it's amazing. I ate junk one time. I was there for a whole week.
Yeah,
one meal of junk. Anyway, Villa Capelli olive oil. If you want to get rid of inflammation,
yes,
Villa Capelli is the way you want to go.
I have one word for you, Vinnie. Polyphenol.
Yeah, that's polyphenol. That's one word.
It's one word. It's one word. Thank you.
Polyphenol. 4 syllables, boy. I mean, that's smoked my brain just trying to get that out.
I get at least 2 Jeopardy questions right per Jeopardy. So I'm pretty smart.
I could probably, if I watched Jeopardy, I could probably answer
maybe
2.
3 or 4.
Well, you don't answer questions. You put them in question form.
I know. I don't.
What is polyphenol?
What is polyphenol?
Well,
polyphenol is when you take that Villa Capelli olive oil and you feel a little peppery pinch at the back of your throat. They call it the Puglia pinch.
Yes.
That is the same. Vinnie, we've talked about this before. Do you remember aspirin packets? Do you remember doing the powdered aspirin?
Sure.
And it would give you that same little burn in the back of your throat?
Yeah, BC powder used to come like that.
BC powder, Goody powder, the headache powder. I don't think they do. They were great. They worked really quickly.
Do you remember the tagline for BC powder?
No,
Take a BC powder and you come back strong.
You're going to find the ad now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that feeling, that taste that you get at the back, that little pinch is the analgesic, the same thing that's in the polyphenol that's in your painkillers. You want to kill your pain? Do some shots of Villa Capelli olive oil. Go to the Villa Capelli site, use the discount code Vinnie, VINNIE. You'll get 10% off your order. Now, if it's back stateside, hold on. They send it to us from Puglia, Italy, by the way. That's a region in Italy, for those of you guys who don't know. Somebody said something, somebody goes, my grandparents are from the southeast, like the heel of Italy. And I was like, Puglia. And they're like, not that town. And I was like, no, that's not a town. It's a region. And I was like, obviously, you're not aware of where your grandparents are from. Puglia is the region in southeast Italy where the olives are grown. It's just kilometer after kilometer of gorgeous ancient olive trees, and Villa Capelli sources their olives there. You can also go and stay on the property if you go to Italy, and I highly recommend that you do that. I've done that several times, and our listeners have as well. So Villa Capelli olive oil, if it's still sold out by the time this airs, make sure you enter your email address under whatever you're buying, so that when you get notified that it's checked in back stateside, that their distributor has it, that you order it right away. It sells out very quickly. Villa Capelli, use the discount code Vinnie, 10% off your order. You're going to play me some BC powder?
I could have listened. I could have listened to 20 more minutes of that ad.
Okay. That is like, that was amazing. Miss Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack
I couldn't see it, but she sounded very sexy too.
Her voice was angelic. I mean, the woman was just amazing. That's
the subtext to me.
Go on.
I was going to say the subtext to me was that if you take BC powder, you won't be able to say, "Sorry, not tonight. I have a headache." Because she sounded sexual, and I was into it.
She was ready to get it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was. Here's the thing. When people say, "Oh, Vinnie," whenever I hear, all these artists now, and they're all auto-tuned up to the hilt,
And people say, come on, Vinnie, old man Vinnie, auto-tune. It's like, no. They're covering up the fact that they can't sing with that stupid auto-tune. Stop with the auto-tune. You know who never had auto-tune? Roberta Flack.
Miss Roberta Flack.
You know who else didn't have it? Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Right? You go down the line and keep going. Right?
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant. He should have had. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I love his voice. You don't like his voice?
Listen, Michael Jackson, never any auto-tune.
Jackson.
The guy had an angelic voice.
Yeah.
If you can sing, you don't need to have auto-tune. Sorry, I'm sorry. You want to put out wet ass pussy song? Good luck with your auto-tune and your wet ass pussy. And by the way, folks, I'm not being crude. That's a song. Yeah.
People know that's a song, right?
I think they do.
Oh, you poor thing. That episode when that song came out and I played it for you.
I still never got over it, as you can tell.
You've still not recovered.
Okay, what we got, Anna? Let's.
You sent me an article. I know you don't look at them before we get them. Hold on, let me open the.
No, I refuse to because.
Yeah, you just forward them to me and let me sit with it.
Yeah, I figured better you than me.
Because all I see is the title for this is from the London Times. Unplanned Ozempic babies may be harmed by weight loss drug. Women have been warned that anti-obesity jabs may make them more fertile, but also carry the risk of miscarriage and birth defects. Oh, God. I got to be honest with you. I never thought of this.
Go on.
Women have been told to avoid using weight loss drugs to help them get pregnant, as doctors report a rise in surprise, quote, Ozempic babies. Some women struggling with infertility have unexpectedly, I got to put the glasses on. Sorry, I can't see. Become pregnant after being prescribed semaglutide, which is used to treat obesity and type 2 diabetes under the brand names Wegovy and Ozempic. Doctors in America have also begun using it off-label to treat polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a condition that is a common cause of infertility and is linked to obesity. However, scientists have now issued a warning that the weight loss injections may cause birth defects and should not be used by anyone hoping to become pregnant.
Okay. So now let me tell you what people are thinking when they're listening to this. Let me man and woman-splain all of you people who think that this is a good idea. If it's doing that in pregnancy, what else is it doing?
Yeah, I know, that's scary.
That's what look. I yell about this all the time. People go, oh, you're just jealous because now there's a drug. People can eat whatever they want and they don't have to be ba. Okay? Good luck.
Well, we know that's not true.
There's Ozempic face, Ozempic babies. By the way, if you want to start a girl band, the Ozempic babies would be a good garage band or emo group. Yeah. Ozempic babies. Death Cab for Cuties.
Sweeping the nation.
Yeah. Okay. This is not a good idea. It was never a good idea. It's never going to be a good idea. I've had experts on this show. I've had Dr. Ben Bickman come on and say GLP-1s are not good. This is not the way to go, right? You think I care how people lose weight? I'm the one who tell people you lose weight and you're going to be healthier. Bottom line. But using this stuff, and I'm glad some celebrities have now come out. Ozzy Osbourne's wife, what's her name? Joni Osbourne?
Sharon
Osbourne.
Joan. Oh no, Joan Osborne's the singer.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sharon Osbourne, went off of Ozempic. She lost a bunch of weight. She went off of it. It was like, why did you go off? It was literally harming her health. And by the way, by the time she went off, she looked like complete warmed over dog shit. Sorry. Was she lean? Yeah. Did she look good? No. She looked like a cancer victim. I'm not kidding. And I'm not trying to be funny here. I hope she can pull her shit together and get healthy again. She did not look healthy. I saw a picture when she
dropped too much weight. She said 42 pounds in 4 months.
Yeah. Does that sound normal to you? Does that sound good? And
according to Business Insider.
If I can lose 42 pounds, 10 pounds a month, that's double what you tell me I can lose. Yes, it is double of what I tell you can lose in 4 months. That's exactly double. But the bottom line is, it's not healthy. It's never going to be healthy. And every drug, anytime you take a drug, I get a headache. I take an Advil. I'm trying to get rid of that headache. There are side effects to that Advil. It can mess with your stomach, your digestive tract, your liver, you name it. Taking it once, no big deal. People, look, doctors will tell you, you try to take things like a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory every day. Good luck after 20 days of taking that on a regular basis. You will fuck yourself up. So you think something as simple as taking an Advil or an aspirin or name some of the other ones.
An Anacin or
BC powder.
A BC powder. What did she say?
What was the other ones? The other ones.
Anacin and oh God, what was it?
The other ibuprofen type drugs.
I know. Well, I know Aleve. You're talking about Aleve type stuff. Yeah. But I'm talking about what she said in that ad. She was talking about better than Anacin. BC.
Better than Anacin.
Goodies.
Good.
What was the other one that is our moms took it? Buffrin.
Yeah.
Buffrin was aspirin, but it had a coating on it. So it was buffered from murdering your stomach.
What was the other one? What was the one that you would take for
Excedrin? It had caffeine in it. My mom was addicted to
that's the one you took. That's the one you took if you had a hangover. They tell you take Excedrin.
Oh, really?
Caffeine. And if you had migraines, that was the migraine.
Because of the caffeine.
Yeah. I love that her mom called her Roberta Flack. That would
my mama would say Miss Roberta Flack.
My mom would say Miss Roberta Flack. It's like, did your mama say Miss Anna Vocino?
No.
No. My mama never called me Vinnie Tortorich.
No.
Ever. She barely called me at all. She didn't like me that much. She didn't even breastfeed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. That's wrong.
That is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just reading this thing about Sharon Osbourne.
What does it say?
Well, no, she just went off of it because she lost too much weight. She got too gaunt. She didn't like the way she looked.
I heard her in an interview on the Adam Carolla show.
Yeah.
By the way, Anna, I got a note from the Adam Carolla people the other day.
Yeah.
And they said, "Hey, man," and I'm sure they were blowing smoke up my ass. You're one of the most requested guests that you haven't been on in a while.
Oh, that's nice.
Could you please come on? I said, "Yeah, I got a movie to promote. Let's do it at the end of May. I'll come back on." So I'm looking forward to that.
So wait, does this mean the documentary is coming out end of May?
Yeah, it better come out. Because
are you announcing it yet? Have you announced it?
No, I haven't announced it yet, but I will be announcing.
Are you announcing it now?
Well, I'm telling you it'll be out. I'm telling you it'll be out by the end of May.
Vinnie just scooped himself. Well, that's a month away. We're at the end of April right now.
I know. We're going to have to do like some special podcasts.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Did you announce what the title is yet?
No.
Are you going to?
Wait, hang on. I gotta read. Hey.
We got to talk about Ozempic babies, but I'm sorry, your documentary that I'm so excited about takes precedence.
Oh, you know what? I might have to go to LA for the Adam Carolla show because another big podcast out there is asking me if I'll be in town to do a recording on their show.
Yeah.
You want me to write to you and tell you who that person is?
Yes.
You got your phone there?
I do. Don't you love it? Guys, when you're listening, don't you love it when we're gossiping on our phones and not saying what it is?
No, Anna.
Vinnie, we have to talk about your documentary.
Hey, hang on.
Are you out of your mind? You have a month.
All right, wait. I just looked at my emails because I was looking for the Adam Carolla one. And I saw another. I was like, dude, are you going to be in town? It was this guy. I'm sending it to you right now.
Come on.
Boom. Did you see your phone?
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Yeah. But you know, I got another problem this month.
Of course.
Oh God. It's all happening. All right. Should I announce what the name of it is? I've never said the name of it. You want to do share? All right.
Here's my question. Do you want to, because we're recording tomorrow, do you want to have that be the announcement?
When is this show coming out?
This show comes out this coming Monday, April 29th. Next week's show will come out May, whatever the first, May 6th.
May 6th, I will announce the name of the movie. And
we have all the infrastructure set up for people to like pre-order and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. We're going to be doing that next week. Oh,
so we'll have it by tomorrow to be able to.
Yeah, I'll give you all
that.
This
is what I've been asking you for months.
I know
Vinnie.
everybody wants me to do everything, and I got, as you know, I got some stuff on my mind.
I know you do.
Things are happening at a weird rate for me right now.
Okay, my book is coming out October 8th. If I said to you on September 8th, I have a book, maybe I should talk about it, you would rip me a new one.
I know. But should we talk tomorrow about what's happening?
Yeah.
Also?
Oh, no. It's up to you. It's your choice.
There's something else we need to talk about in this show. So I'm going to keep my phone.
This show is all over the place.
I know. Look,
there's a lot going on, you guys. There's a lot going on.
Well, all right, listen, I don't want to be as cryptic as I'm sounding.
Okay, well, then let's talk about Ozempic babies.
Let me just say this. I was worried about my mom.
Yeah.
Because when you're living on a pacemaker and they got to knock you out and take a portion of your lung out to see if you can get all the cancer.
Right.
I was off the planet for a whole week. I was down there, and turns out my mom, right after surgery, hops out of the bed and walks into a fucking, hospital room. I don't know how she does it. I literally don't know how she does it.
She is the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah. I have some other shit going on in my life.
Yeah.
That needs to be dealt with. And you guys are going to find out in due time. But on top of that, my movie is coming out. And it's going to be on one platform.
What platform?
It's going to be on Amazon. I'm putting it out on one platform.
Okay. So here's your assignment before tomorrow.
Okay.
Call whoever you need to call, legal, your producing partners, whoever it is, whoever's getting it uploaded and ready to go. Can they have it ready to go by May 6th for pre-order?
We're going to probably have pre-order by the week after that. Probably.
Who are you calling?
I'm trying to get someone on the phone right now about something else I'm supposed to announce on this show, and I forgot. Hey, can I bring you on the show? Can I plug you into the show?
Is that Chris Shaffer? I recognize that voice. I recognize that cocaine hippo.
Yeah. Do I need to send you an invite? All right, jump in on the link as quickly as you can because we have an announcement to make. All right, goodbye.
This is insane.
I know it's insane.
Just tell Leona to cut this whole middle part of the show.
No,
it makes no sense. It makes no sense, Vin.
I know, you can leave it in. I don't care.
You didn't even finish Ozempic babies.
I need the audience to know. We're going to go back to Ozempic babies. I want the audience to know I got a lot of shit going on. Okay.
I think that they've got that by now.
Okay.
You didn't even tell me about your mom.
That's how fucked up things are right now.
I know. I even talked to you before you left. We had talked on the phone.
Right.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah, because I was like freaked out.
Other stuff.
I was freaked out. I'm more worried about her than everything else.
Of course.
Yeah. She matters more to me than.
But that's why it's crazy that you didn't tell me because you tell me everything.
The only person that knew was Serena.
Yeah.
About my mom.
Yeah. I'm so glad she's okay.
Folks, if you listen next Monday, all of this is going to make sense. All of it, because tomorrow's show is going to be about that.
And by the way, Davey Robinson went out of his way to get us this link that we haven't even talked about today. We'll announce the doc for next week and talk about Davey Robinson's, because that was a good link. That was a good, especially because we're talking about documentaries.
That was a very good link.
And it matches what we're talking about with documentaries.
Yeah. But
it was really funny because we couldn't get behind the paywall. And Davey's like, fine, I'll just pay for it, you dum-dums.
Yeah, he bought the thing to get behind a paywall to get this article.
To give us this article.
David Robinson is now the #1 super fan ever.
Yeah, #1 super fan. Anybody who, because I said, don't do it. You'll never be able to cancel, or they'll have your info for forever. You'll get spammed with emails. And he's like, no, I'm doing it.
So we're going to talk about that on next week's podcast with Anna on Monday also.
Yeah.
So folks, the most important podcast we've ever put out will happen next week. If you're still here for this one. So while we're waiting for Chris, you want to do Ozempic babies or Ozempic face? Or
let's just finish. Well, the face, I mean, they talk about Ozempic face, but isn't Ozempic face just because like the musculature, everything gets eaten?
I don't know.
Like, are you catabolizing your body?
To me, it looks like people, to me, it's equal to people that are on heroin. It looks like that. You get a little hollowed out. You get a little dried out looking.
Is it because it's eating the fat stores in your cheeks?
No,
like the buccal fat?
You're losing all the fat in your cheeks or whatever. Which, by the way, if you go look at a triathlete, that's why I've never really understood Ozempic face, because we're so used to looking at puffy faces now in the world that whenever I would lose a lot of weight during bicycle season, I would hollow out a lot, and you would see like cheekbones and all this would be hollowed up. People would go, dude, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm 6 feet tall and I'm 152 pounds right now. Yeah.
Right.
Think of Lance Armstrong and all those guys. Your face gets kind of crinkly. That's what Ozempic face is. It looks the same as a triathlete or a cyclist.
Is someone with a really thin face.
Yeah,
I still don't understand. Nobody's given me the vocabulary to describe what Ozempic face is.
Every time I've seen it, I went, you look like any other, long distance athlete that,
Or are we just so used to seeing Kelly Clarkson with her face being bigger because she used to weigh more?
Everybody's like all puffed up in today's world. So whenever you see, to me, Ozempic face is the same as any other kind of athlete who loses a lot of weight in their face.
Okay.
I don't know how, I don't think anything drastic happens that causes that.
Chris Shaffer, I called you. When you were on the phone, you couldn't hear me. I called you a cocaine hippo, and then I felt bad for saying that because the audience doesn't know the context of why we call each other cocaine hippo.
That's better than bringing me on as the shining example of Ozempic face, which I think is what just happened.
No, you don't have Ozempic face.
So Chris,
he's not gonna. Oh, you're not gonna let him explain cocaine hippo?
Oh, I can.
Tell us what a cocaine hippo is.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who are not aware, Pablo Escobar, at the height of his power and money, decided to build a zoo, including some hippopotami.
Wait, Chris, why did you do air quotes? The height of his... That wasn't air quotes. It was like he...
Yeah, when he basically ran the country of Colombia, imported a bunch of hippos to Colombia, that they have made it illegal to kill, and now they are making incest hippo babies among one another. So that is a little bit of an inside joke that Anna and I have with each other at this point.
But the cocaine, they didn't do cocaine. I don't know why I got from that story that they were.
It was the 80s, probably.
Everybody did cocaine.
Yeah.
Including the Pablo Escobar's hippos.
Just the only thing worse than a regular hippo, which kills more people than most like large predators in Africa every year, is an incest hippo that has found cocaine. Which, Anna, I don't know if you saw this, but there's now cocaine sharks.
What?
In the Gulf of Mexico, I guess, because the people bringing cocaine up from South America and Central America, when the Coast Guard comes, they dump it overboard, and the sharks are following the drug boats now.
Yeah, because they want to hit
a thing. Yeah.
Please.
Oh my God.
this all came out of Cocaine Bear, I guess, right?
No.
Well, Cocaine Bear apparently is partially a real story, or is
Yeah.
a real story?
So yeah, now we have cocaine sharks, cocaine hippos. Yeah.
Just don't give me a cocaine crocodile. I think that would be, or a cocaine alligator. That would probably be the
Yeah,
worst combination.
we
of
need to
things.
not do that. But
Which
if it's
would
coming
be
up to the
the
Gulf,
coolest
you're going to
thing-
get the
That would be the best Zydeco band name ever.
Cocaine
cocaine
alligator.
gator, cocaine
Yeah.
gators.
Yeah. Yeah. The cocaine alligator.
We have Ozempic babies, but cocaine
Cocaine
gators
alligators.
are opening for them.
Yeah, they're playing that fish head funk down on the bayou. So
Chris.
Chris, you're on because I need to start telling people about the 15% discount on something, and I couldn't remember what it was. Are we starting that in this show?
We absolutely can. NSNGfoods.com, promo code Vinnie, VINNIE will get you 15% off your next order. If you put in VINNY, it will add 15% to your order.
I love it.
And
I don't even
so
think you can set
don't
that
do
up in
that.
Shopify, by the way. I wish I could set up a thing where if they use the Y, it would add 15%.
Oh, I can help you figure that out, Anna. We'll
Okay,
we'll
great.
figure that one out.
Anna, you
Thank
want to tell
you.
you a dirty secret? With my promo codes, we set it up for IE and Y.
That's funny.
And even though we do the big, put the IE in there, what is it, like 15 or 20%, Chris? Still do the Y?
Yeah, I think the last time we did it, it was about 12. So
Yeah, we always just put it in there so it calculates either way. And now and people still put the Y. Even though we go, don't put the Y in, don't put the, we still get 12%. Okay. So NSNG Foods, the ultra fat, look, it's springtime. People are using it. We ran a thing where it was a BOGO, right?
Mhm.
At the company. That's over with. I said, Chris, let's continue our own kind of BOGO here on the show. I'm going to start putting this in every show going forward for a while. We don't know how long this is going to go for. 15% off. Chris, this show is coming out on Monday, this coming Monday.
Okay.
We should probably go out to my group and the VIP group and let everyone know. And also Hoxie Foxy and the whole group. We need to let everyone know that 15% off for a period of time. We're not putting a date on it yet. We'll put a date on it later. But 15% off all of the ultra fat. And yes, folks, it's in stock. It's the one thing we do have it in stock, left, right, and center. So
yeah, it's we kind of ramped up production over there over the last few months, and we are at a place now where we're not really in danger of running out of that, thankfully, because we control that chain. And that was the easiest thing for us to kind of crack, right? Because we owned that whole supply chain, essentially.
Right.
You know, we're getting the coffee from the coffee company, we're getting the Ultra Salt from Pure Vitamin Club, and then we just have to source high quality almonds. And that's pretty much the process, right? So as long as we don't run out of pouches or anything else, we should be up to speed over there. And the biggest problem, and Vinny, this is partially thanks to a lot of people from your audience trying it for the first time over on Amazon. We know we can't keep it in stock there.
Yeah.
Right. We cannot keep it in. Every time we send product there, it goes out as soon as it comes in. Hundreds of units. As soon as they check it in, it goes right out the door. So what we're trying to do is
supply too, right?
Yeah, we're ramping everything up on that side because we control the production there. So we're going to be ramping that up. The promo code will not work there, but it will work on nsngfoods.com. Promo code.
Say that again, Chris, because people don't hear when we speak. On Amazon, folks, don't write to us and go, hey, man, I went to Amazon. I tried to buy your product. I put the promo code in. There's no place to put it. They didn't give a shit. This is only at nsngfoods.com.
Yep.
You know, go get the ultra fat. 15% off, promo code Vinnie, VINNIE, no wimpy Y. 15% off. That's a huge discount. Huge. So go do it. Chris, is everything else? I know we're working, you and I have been working diligently to never be out of anything. And we're not there yet, and we've been promising this, but I want people to know, and put it in your own words. I mean, the work just you and I have been doing, rolling up our sleeves, trying to make this happen. Can you, and I know you take it every day because people are yelling at you because they can get to you.
Well, and that's been the thing that's been funny, because part of this transition was rehauling customer service, rehauling a lot of the things that happen in the background of the business. And because I'm now exposed to that on a daily basis, we get to see the frustration. And the only people I think, Vinny, that are more frustrated than the people who haven't gotten things are you and I, because we can't just push a button and fix anybody's problem. This is a 6 to 9 month. Think of it, Vinny, you know the container ships? Like the one that took out the bridge in Baltimore, right?
That one, for instance. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just the one that caused a huge calamity, right? It takes hours to turn one of those ships, right? Yeah. From the time you push the button, it's not like minutes, right? Think about the Titanic, right? Even if they had seen that an hour beforehand, they still would have hit the stupid iceberg because it takes so long to turn a boat when it's that big. The boat here is the production side of this. And we've doubled and tripled order sizes on a lot of things. We've been dealing with some issues on getting high quality raw ingredients. And Vinny, I know you've said this in the past, but I'm going to say it again, just to beat everybody over the head with it. We're never going to compromise on ingredient quality. Yeah. And we could very easily put out a subpar multi-cap, a subpar vitamin D product.
Nobody would know except us.
And you wouldn't notice the difference.
Yeah.
But we would. And so because we can't just push a button and turn on a dime, it's as frustrating for us as it is for everybody else. I will say, and we're going to have some more announcements coming. Vinny, you haven't seen this yet, but I showed it to Andy yesterday. The new process for back orders, I made some progress on over the weekend. And so we're going to be making some changes. If we ever run out of things moving forward, there's going to be some changes to how we handle that because of the limitations of subscriptions and all of the other things that happen. It's always just been, hey, if your subscription runs, it runs. And then like, if you want a refund, we have to give it to you. It's kind of a mess. So I've been doing some work in the background to clean that up. Most things moving forward, as we start to stock back in, will be good to go. I will say the vitamin D is going to be the thing that we struggle with for another few, probably 2 to 3 months. We do have an order and it should be coming in. If it's not already in by the time that this airs, within a day or two of this podcast going live, we should be fulfilling, if not all of the back orders, 99% of the back orders of that. And then we have another order that is moving into production. And so that will be the thing that is the, the dog, for lack of a better term, in terms of getting that fulfilled for a couple different reasons. One, because we have to source high quality olive oil. And unlike with the multi-cap, where we can just say, hey, can you order 3 times as much? We have to go to somebody like a Villa Capelli and say, hey, can you give us like 55-gallon drums of olive oil, please? And there's only so many olives that they have. So to be able to scale that up is a little bit longer. And then anything that is in a gelatin cap, like the vitamin D or the omega right now, has very long wait times for production. Because apparently there was a huge omega-3 shortage at the end of last year. Not just for us, but like globally. So everybody in the United States who makes that type of products has months long delays trying to manufacture all of the omega products that were ordered in October, November, and December. Thankfully, we got our order in before that shortage really hit. So we're stocked up to the gills on omega. Vitamin D, because it uses that same equipment, is going to take a little bit longer to get manufactured, but we should be kind of catching everybody up, and then moving forward, that should be taken care of because we're doubling.
Wait, when's the ETA on the D?
So
maybe tomorrow when the show.
I talked to Andy this morning, as of the time of recording this, and he said it should be done by the end of this week, which means it should be in our hands, if not Friday, the day that this airs, which would be Monday. And as soon as that hits the warehouse, they have all of the back orders queued up. It goes from, back order number 1 through back order wherever. And then what we have left over is what we have until we can get the new order in. We're already working with 3 different companies to see when they can manufacture it to our specifications and how quickly we can get it. Our goal is to not just catch that up, but get massively ahead. That's going to be the thing that we struggle with the most because of production issues and because of the supply chain problem there. But we've found a few different creative solutions to that should solve that moving forward. It's just a matter of getting caught up with it, which unfortunately we don't have control over.
You might love what I'm going to say, but you also might hate it because I don't know how much you have on back order. And I hope that you have a lot left over to continue to fulfill orders until the next order comes through. But I got to say, because I did run out and I called Vinnie and he's like, you're going to have to go and make arrangements until we can get it back in. I said, no problem. So I went to my favorite little supplement section at my favorite store. It is so hard to find a high quality vitamin D in a high quality fat. Most of it is just in like a capsule, and I'm like, that's not even going to absorb. Like, why? Well, and so that's why I want your. That's why I mean, we all want your vitamins, but that's why yours are so good and so thoughtful.
But we also we mix
so much expensive stuff that doesn't do jack shit on the shelves.
And we mix ours with vitamin K1, MK2, and under K2, MK4 and MK7, which really makes the D absorb into your body, your bones, everywhere that D needs to be. And no one is doing that. I mean, I know. That's why we can't keep the stuff in stock. People that understand vitamins, vitamin nerds, they know that this is the product. Yeah. It's
there's 25 different kinds of vitamin D, and even some with a little bit of K, but not what you're doing.
Yeah, but
they're not in the fat, or they don't have all of the blood. It was really hard to find even like a slight thing that worked, and it was.
Yeah, look, we know we have a superior product. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, tomorrow, for next Monday, which we're going to record tomorrow, I'm going to be announcing the movie, and we're going to.
Chris's face went, "Oh, are we?"
Yeah, we got to announce it at some point, right? And talk about pre-order and when it's coming out and all that kind of stuff. So we should announce that for the 6th. I'm going to also be announcing everything else that's going on around me. I'm thinking, right? Because this show has been a bit convoluted. No, we're not cutting the middle out. I want it to all stay there, but we're going to be making some large announcements tomorrow. Some large announcements.
For next week, yes.
Yeah, for next Monday. So you guys want to tune in for that. So Chris, we're going to have to get our ducks in a row for the following Monday, because I don't want all of that to go. What are we going to do with the pre-order? Did we decide on that yet?
Can you guys talk about that off the air?
Chris?
Yeah, we can talk about that whenever. We did not make that decision. I will tell you that. We were waiting on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's an internal conversation that
everyone needs to start gearing up. It's going to be out on Amazon and Amazon on only. We need to talk about when that's going to happen, and that's why I didn't want to do too much ahead of time, because then people go, "Oh, is it out now? Is it that?" That's why I've been holding back. But yes, it's passed all the attorney tests. It's all the litmus tests. Everything that it's got to do, we've been signed off on. We had to do a lot of changing in this one because they didn't readily sign off on a lot of what I wanted to talk about.
Wow.
It's my movies always take it right to the edge, and we didn't cut anything out, but they make you reword things, which is odd. It's like, you can say that, but you have to say it a different way. And then I have to go do more VO to make it match. Right. So all of that happened.
Vinnie, you should know this by now, right? Wasn't the definition of the word is depends on what the definition of the word is depends. It was the biggest scandal of the 90s. So it all comes down to how you define the words and how what their opinion is on how you can say it, and if they can find a way that'll make people a little less angry but still convey the message, they'd rather you do that.
Yeah. So look, we're getting it all figured out. You guys are going to understand everything 1 week from today, and we're going to go from there. We're going to just do it like that. Chris, hang on. I want to tell you something. Stay on. Once we go cold, I want to tell you something. Folks, Anna Vocino, you think she's just a pretty face? No.
I don't think they think that.
The woman can cook.
They do think that.
Yeah, no, she can cook her brains off. She literally cooked her left titty off one time. It happened. She had to get it surgically repaired. And right back on her body. Yeah.
It's been reattached.
Yeah, nipple and all. It just came right off.
They can fix that.
But listen, if you don't think you can cook like Anna Vocino, she's got some cheaters for you out there. You can cheat.
That's right.
And the way you cheat is you get Anna Vocino in a bottle. That's right. Anna Vocino in a bottle. You get Eat Happy Kitchen sauces. My two favorites, one is the arrabbiata because I love spicy, and the other one is the pink crema. And sometimes when Serena's out of town, I will take a half a pink crema and a half arrabbiata, and I'll mix it together. And then the next night, I'll put them in the fridge. I got the other halves, and I'll make sauce with that.
Yes.
Whenever Serena's out of town, I have fish most nights. That barbecue sauce she works on fish like it's a fish fry thing.
The barbecue dust? Yeah, you put it on there. It's like a blackened salmon. Yeah.
Boom, boom. I'll do trout, and I'll hit it with salt. I'll hit it with some, lemon, and then I'll put the barbecue thing and a little black pepper because, I'm a little wacky that way. And boy, when you turn it over, you just hit it on that hot frying pan. It blackens up, and it's got this great caramely taste. It works really good on rainbow trout. I've tried it on perch. Don't ask me how I got perch, but I tried it on perch. What else? I've done it with salmon. It's great on salmon. Everyone eats salmon. You can put it on any kind of fish. But the other thing I do is I'll buy some lump crab meat. It's cheaper than you think when you just buy it the way it is instead of like trying to get it in a restaurant. And I'll take some creme fraiche, and I'll put the dill, and I'll mix the dill, and boom, and I'll put it with the lump crab meat. Oh my God. It looks like I'm a gourmet chef. It's like I'm a gourmet chef.
Yeah. That's what it's there for. To give you some shortcuts to the kitchen, but it's clean. No sugars, no grains, no fillers.
Yeah.
No anti-caking agents, no junk, no fibers to keep it from not acting like food. It's food.
Yeah.
Food in the canisters. Yeah. EatHappyKitchen.com. Head on over. Please support. And if you're looking for the sauces at a grocery store, go to Eat Happy Kitchen. You can click where to buy, put in your city, and it'll tell you if there's any grocery stores in your city where we're at. It's growing, Vinny. It's happening.
It's growing. It's like my mom's cancer. It was growing until she had it yanked out.
Wow. That's a great segue. Thank you for associating my brand with your mom's cancer.
But it's gone now. Just like Anna stuff flying off the shelf. Okay.
You have a gift, my friend. You have a gift.
I can spin
you
some
can
yarn over here.
Spin it all. I love it.
You know what to do. Rate and review this podcast. Before you go to Amazon, go to VinnieTortorich.com. Bloppity bloopity boop boop boo. Da, da, da. I was going to play Let's Go Girls at the end of this show.
Next week.
Yeah. I got
next
something
week is the week.
I got something better to play for this show.
I'm going to take some buffering after this.
Yeah. So, folks, on behalf of my mother, Marie Tortorich, Chris Shaffer, and Anna Vocino, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life into living, and let's do it with Miss Roberta Flack.
Yeah.